Hey everybody. So, I was in Pitts, Pennsylvania, and I was taking the tribe for a walk, whatever, and went by a police department, and I seen in front of the police department they had a commemorated plaque out there for someone that had passed in their honor, and I seen this on there. I'm like, what the heck is this, right? I mean, it's like, man, that looks like some masonry stuff. The five-pointed star, like on the flag for the United States, Morocco, and all those other places that are connected to one another. I mean, like the handshake of the Masons, right? The eye without the body, right? And then FOP, what is that? So I took to the internet and found it. The Federal Order of Police, and the one that was engraved on this image wasn't in color. It was in granite, but it had the same exact design. So there it is, right? So I'm like, okay, what's this Federal Order of Police? And as you start to read, you start to give, credence to the voices in your head from Lex Will and others who keep pointing out these police departments are run like their own personal gangs. These are your boys in blue. These are your Freemasons, right? I mean, it tells you right here, these are Grand Lodge Masons. Well, it doesn't say Masons, but Grand Lodge. Who else uses the term Grand Lodges, right? I want to show you this, right? As you're reading here, comes a time where people wanted to put a review board. Here it is. During the 1960s, the Federal Order of Police opposed the creation of a police review board. I wonder why. Review board, spearheaded by Robert F. Kennedy. At one point, describing them as a sinister movement amongst law enforcement. That's from Robert Kennedy, who said that. I mean, and Robert Kennedy, he said some other stuff I thought was interesting, like, what if God is black? And look at the way we're treating these people, stuff like that. He said some interesting stuff, I thought, during his time. But it starts to describe the whole star, the coat, right, of arms there. And as you're reading about it, it points out the all-seeing eye, which we see it will take you back to the whole notion that it's God looking over you. But once again, we know etymology of God is a German word. And it goes back to the Goths. So who was it? The god of the Gothic people, right? And the rays of light, which already are keywords for us, But it shows you, you have a Luciferian group that hide amongst law enforcement, and you don't know who it is. It's like Russian roulette when you get pulled over. Am I dealing with one of them or not? And then even down here it shows you that there's the women. Came up with their own Federal Order of Police, and what is that? I'm not going to mispronounce it. Auxiliary, additional help or support. So they were so eager. They liked what their husbands were doing. They wanted to join in, be their help. And it talks about how they've been meeting in Tennessee, which I think is funny because you watch some of these White Lives Matter crap that come out of Knoxville and stuff like that a lot of times. But this part right here talks about when the reporters on August 27, 2017, that was last year, as the Federal Order of Police was holding its annual conference at the Gaylord. I wonder why they chose to go there. Was on like Gaylord hotels. Something to read about later. In Nashville, Tennessee, reporters compared the Federal Order of Police to the Ku Klux Klan by putting up banners on interstates overpasses, one of which read "Grand Wizards to Grand Lodges, White Supremacists" by another name. So, I mean, and I would like to see if I can contact one of these reporters and find out, they can elaborate on that, because that would be interesting. It really would. I mean, we already know, but here it is. You have Luciferians wearing their badges, and I call them Luciferians because, I mean, they put it right there, their star, their handshake. Was it they're worshiping? Or in law enforcement, they're allowed to enact their religious beliefs upon you while wearing a badge with that 5-pointed star. Basically doing to you whatever they will. So it's like Russian roulette, but it's there. I mean, here's where it is. You want to print it off and keep copies of it in your car, like I have, because I was like, I need this with me. Be like, yeah, read this off. Are you a part of the Federal Order of Police? I'll wait. I would like to speak to the sheriff.